My name is Hannu Lintu and I am a conductor from Finland, and I am visiting the Seoul Philharmonic now for the fourth time. I was here last time 7 years ago, and it's wonderful, wonderful to be back here. We are beginning the concert with a short character piece by Kaija Saariaho, Finnish composer. The piece is called Ciel d'hiver, Winter Sky. It's a piece in which you can hear Lapland nature, the Nordic nature in the middle of the night, in the middle of the winter, when it's really cold, you can hear. It's a very static piece, but at the same time, when you listen to the details, you are carried into a northern world in the most genuine way. The main work, after the intermission, is the last symphony by Dmitri Shostakovich, his 15th symphony, composed in 1971, performed in 1972. And he was already very ill, and he knew that he was going to die soon. So the symphony is full of resignation, pain, but also at the same time it's full of hope. And it's composed by a very mature composer who is wise and who is very gentle and who has no need to make big noises like he did in his earlier symphonies. And it's a strange symphony because it is full of quotes from other composers' works. The first movement is based on a quote from Overture by Rossini, William Tell. There are other quotes, lots of Wagner, Götterdämmerung, Tristan und Isolde. There are quotes from his own works, Shostakovich's own works, his 7th symphony, his 4th symphony. There are quotes from songs by Michael Glinka. There is even something from Heldenleben by Strauss. And it's very enigmatic because we don't know why these things are there. And when Shostakovich was asked, even he couldn't tell. He just said that they just have to be there. He just couldn't compose these pieces without these quotes. And I think for the audience it's very interesting to listen and recognize, spot them, find them, and then trying to understand why they are there. First movement is very light. Many people say it's like toy music because it has lots of this William Tell music, it has lots of percussion, it has lots of light solos, and it's kind of funny, almost ironic. It is said that it was inspired when Shostakovich saw his own grandson playing and with his toys, and there is something really youthful. It's possible also that Shostakovich is remembering his own childhood somehow. Second movement is very dark. There are two big cello solos. It's full of contemplation. And it is full of sadness, and it is built in a wonderful way. It gradually goes towards a big climax in which he quotes his own symphony, his 7th symphony. Third movement is Scherzo, which is very short, and this tells something about the way how Shostakovich is building his symphonies. Not every movement is long. Second movement is almost 16 minutes, and then suddenly third movement is 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes. I think it's devilish music, and it's full of big instrumental solos. In general, this piece is like concerto for orchestra because every instrument group, every soloist has his or her own important things to do. The whole piece begins with a flute solo. There are big solos for clarinets, big solos for bassoon, big solos for the concertmaster, big solos for the cello. For trombone, so every musician has his or her moment. And the third moment is moment for the clarinets and the solo violin. And there is something very, it's like a limping folk music piece with a devilish character. You could almost feel like some kind of a dancing bear or, someone, old clown dancing with one foot. It doesn't have a steady pulse, and it's somehow a very disturbing piece. But it's a great piece because it's short and it's fast and it's between these two wonderfully big and megalomaniac movements. Then the last movement begins with Wagner quotation, and I would say that the fourth movement is one of the deepest movements Shostakovich wrote. There's a feeling of farewell. There's lots of wise ideas. There's lots of resignation. At the same time, he is appreciating composers like himself and Strauss and Wagner, from whom, although he didn't like Wagner very much, he learned very much from Wagner. And it begins with quotes from Götterdämmerung, then becomes quotes on Tristan. It's very gentle music, unless in the middle of the piece we have this huge crescendo which goes to the huge climax, the biggest climax of the symphony, which is built gradually. This calms down, and then we come to a coda, which is one of the most mysterious codas Shostakovich ever wrote, because the percussions, who are very, very important things to do in this piece, they are playing this incredibly mesmerizing, almost hypnotic coda. Please see and listen what the percussions are doing, because you need a first-class percussion section. And we certainly have a first-class percussion section at the Seoul Philharmonic. So you will be stunned the way how they play their castanets and maracas and things which end the symphony. It just fades away. The toy music is sort of, with which it started, is coming back, and it fades away. Usually when I perform this piece, I have a feeling that when it ends, nobody wants to applaud, because it is so powerful. You know, the composer is sort of distancing himself. He's going somewhere, and he's leaving us with these last pages of the symphony. So I think he composed something after this, but I think this is his farewell. I would like to welcome everyone to our concert this week on the 5th and 6th of September at the Seoul Art Center, and later at the 롯데콘서트홀. And really looking forward to seeing again and meeting again the Korean audience, because now I have been already meeting this wonderful orchestra, and I want to meet you, the wonderful audience of this wonderful orchestra. Welcome.